YouTube family, the man, the myth, is ZX Predator coming at you with a very different type of video. So I'm kind of pulling the curtain back a bit, and this is mainly for King Dave and some of my other folks who struggle with exporting or just manipulating GoPro Max footage or GoPro Fusion. Now, GoPro Fusion was the camera I had before, and you had to do the stitching and all that manually. The GoPro Max eliminates that, and from the camera it'll do everything for you in that regard. That's a disclaimer. So I would just highly suggest get the GoPro Max. Fusion, just too many layers to it, but you can still use stitched GoPro Fusion videos that have the full 360 with this GoPro player. So this serves as a tutorial to kind of show you how I do a couple of things. This is being uploaded and produced after doing some of the posts for a lot of videos that I'm backlogged on. So with that said, with me and Corey, when we were leaving Motorcycle Mall for the event back in September, this is how I did it. So I'm going to show you here. Now this is an unused clip that I was just doing like a random ride to work, and with this, once you have your video like either downloaded, like I will highly suggest getting a solid state drive with high write speed, because it's a lot easier than having your GoPro Max plugged in the whole time and it's heating up and all that. You want to avoid that. So with that said, I actually pulled the file and the associations to my SSD, and I put it so that I can manipulate. So from here, once you open the file and you go into GoPro Player, matter of fact, I could do like the about and show you. Yeah, so this is the 2.1.29 right? The most recent version. I don't know if you can see it with my XSplit screen capture right now, but just enough with me yapping. So when you open your video in GoPro Player, natively it's just going to just play to the angle. So I have mine set to face me. Okay, you can adjust your roll, pitch, and yaw as you see fit, but I'm not gonna rush this one. I'm gonna make it right. So this is a 48-second clip, right? So the first thing you want to do is kind of start rotating things around. Click and drag, okay, just so you get like a used to it. So I know people are using the mobile app. That's not my forte. I know that there's tutorials for that as well, but this is how I do it. So first thing in my head, whenever I'm recording videos, I already have a framework or how I would like it to look. So going with the GoPro player and manipulating things, like I already know where I'm gonna go with it. So once you have kind of like, okay, your desired angle, see this right up here, the keyframe? Now click on that, right? And now you see a circle with a pseudo diamond in there, right? So right now when I click it here, it's gonna anchor it to that particular viewpoint. So no matter what, like if I roll it back, the keyframe is already here. Okay, so now that's anchored. So I'm just using the slider to move it forward. Okay, now my next desired point. Now let's say I want it to point here. Okay, I move it on the slider. I'm gonna click. So now you see, I roll it back, I hit play. It's gonna go to that angle. Okay, and then we'll do it again. Let's say I roll it a little bit forward, and let's say there was a new rider on my way to work, right? I want to focus in or zoom in on here. So the mouse wheel will do like the zoom. So forward will zoom in, back will zoom out. Now, you want to kind of work it in a way where it's doable, in terms of like you don't want it to be too jarring. I did a lot of trial and error on this, and just to get it right. I'm no expert by any means, but I did go to college for graphic design, and I'm an artist by nature, and I found myself in the IT field, so that kind of, I have an eye for things. So that's why I was saying before, I already know what I want. So now I'm gonna have it pan to like my 8 o'clock, and then pan to like 11 or 12 o'clock, and I'm gonna zoom just a little bit, right? And then keyframe it. So now we're gonna go back, hit play. Alright, now it's going to the one angle. Now it's gonna slowly zoom in. Okay, now if I want to keyframe it back, right, I'm going to like do the mouse wheel back towards me and lock it in. So in essence, any little change, use the slider. Like you can manually slide the video, click and drag. Okay, and then when you get to where you want to focus on, you let the video go. Now I'm gonna zoom in on this guy a little bit and frame it. Every change you make, whatever angle, whatever zoom, pitch roll and yaw, whatnot, you click to save it. Alright, and then you can kind of preview how it's going to move around. So I'll show you what the finished product looks like. And that's how I did with like Corey. I tried to not put so much emphasis on me, but if you guys are around me, the camera goes out pretty far. So like you just want to kind of gauge it in terms of your visual scope. That's why technically I use this as my primary camera. My Hero 9, I did my chin mount. I don't really need it. Also, I found that the Max can use the microphone adapter. I've seen Chris Moore do it, and I think I'm going to start doing that with me in my videos as well. So you see, I'm making another change, and to get the other rider in view, I'm going to zoom back and click. So now you see, now it's dialed in. So I'm going to try to do as much as possible. I was giving the guy the thumbs up here. And good thing I didn't upload this, because I have a lot of footage that I owe you guys and gals, but the one thing for racing, the Insta360 and the GoPro Max, there's no angle it won't catch. So if somebody's sitting there spreading false information, the camera will catch it. Matter of fact, I'll show you another feature. My 360 Fly didn't have this angle right here, where literally the camera disappears. You'll see the shadow of it and everything, but like legit, this is kind of like the big Earth view, planet view, or whatever. I don't normally use that one, but yeah, you could kind of, it's literally invisible to the video. Alright, so I'm hoping this came out alright, because I can't even check my audio because I'm using my gaming XSplit account to do the recording for this. So King Dave, you owe me for this one, man. I made this specifically for you and for Snake and the rest of the folks in the Discord, doing my little tutorial. Alright, so I'm gonna slide it a little bit forward and click. So now as he's moving forward, I keep the camera focused on that new rider, and then as I pass, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, click, and by the end of it, your status bar should have a whole bunch of keyframes in it. Right? I've seen the other tutorials, but as far as bike application goes, I hope this really, helps folks in terms of trying to get this thing right. So King Dave, my folks, if you have issues, like this tutorial literally is straightforward. You get your video, you get your angle, you point it to where you want to go, click and lock it in. Right? Boom. Now, if you want to get it nice and smooth, like I want to kind of get it where it kind of pans, you're going to put multiple keyframes close together. Alright? Click. So now I let it go, and if I hit play, you'll get. Now I did make a mistake there. It went too fast, so I could go back and delete. Alright, let's see. Click. You get the trash can and delete that keyframe. Okay. So yeah, there's just different ways to trial and error this thing, but like I said, now I got this angle I want. Now the farther apart the keyframes are, the more smoother it's gonna pan. If you have them on top of each other, it's gonna be like this, you know. So big shout out to NB King. Like I remember he was teaching me, or he told me about doing keyframes, because I was manually doing the this process with the VLC player, and you can actually take 360 video and manipulate it, but this does it so much smoother, a little more automation to it, you know. And like I said, if you want to do like a whirling 360 camera, like let's say I start here, right? So I'm gonna roll it forward a little bit, turn the camera, all right, click and hold, or just anchor it. So I'm gonna go out a little further, turn it some more. Let me zoom, click. Alright, I'm gonna do it again. Sorry, my phone's going off. I'm getting like YouTube, like I just uploaded a couple of clips, plus a video and some lost content, and my thing just keeps going off, so bear with me. Alright, so this is my little tilt the world camera trick. You know, there's techniques you could do. There's many ways to skin a cat, and so many ways to the top of the mountain. It's just how you want to see your vision, right? And then I'm just gonna play it back so you guys can see how it goes. So see, I don't want it too close. So boom, right? And then you can always trim out, like, you know. I do have the remote, but sometimes it doesn't sync, so you'll see my hand coming up, but you guys don't see the end product, so we won't have to worry about that. So all my keyframes are there, right? So we're gonna hit play, and just so you guys see it. Alright, now it's zooming in on the other rider. And once complete, all you have to do is hit export, and the way it looks here is what you're gonna bring into your other programs. That's when I bring it into Movavi. Those of you who are using Camtasia or Adobe Premiere Pro, like that export, then you could do your overlays, you could do all your other stuff, put your music, and just get that, you know, cinematic, you know, feel to it. But that's how I do it. If there's another way that you want to share, hey, by all means, you know, I'm always a student of the game. So that concludes my tutorial. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. A like goes a long way. It does help this YouTube algorithm, you know, as you know, it's all on momentum. The more likes and so on and so forth. So it's just weird, but in any case, I hope this was very beneficial to folks who are using 360 footage. All right, and like I said, I'm always willing to share some information, put some stuff out there. And so before I conclude, Gio and I yesterday were out having some fun, going down to Extreme Machines. Didn't realize that they had like a car and bike show, but going down, you know, shout out to Snake, you know, some Mexico trips and so on and so forth. But, you know, nothing crazy. He's still getting used to the bike, but I'm going to make him look like a rock star on that thing, you know. So with that said, actually, I may put put a little surprise clip in there that I've been holding, that I was waiting for his bike to get back. So it will explain a whole lot of things with the performance of that thing out there. So this has been the man, the myth, the CX Predator. Alex X is coming at you with this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thank y'all for watching. Dave, you owe me one. Peace. Ha 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 ha!